Welcome back to Max Boneyard Builds. See what I'm working with behind me? Going to dabble in the world of PCM tuning. Let's see if I can show you what I'm working with. See if maybe you can learn something today. Remember, it don't cost a lot. It's even better when it's free. Okay guys, so what I'm working with is, number one, you gotta have 12 volt power source. I have seen the Chinese, they look like your adapters that you come up here, okay? Yes, they're 12 volts, but they only give out 1 milliamp, 1.5 milliamp, whatever it is, I don't know. Here's where I'm at. If you're gonna be a car enthusiast, you're going to be doing 12 volt work all the time. You're going to have to bench test stuff, bench test solenoids, bench test LED lights, bench test, I don't care what it is. Get a reliable 12 volt power supply. Got this one off Amazon. Wasn't a whole bunch. I think it was like 40 bucks, somewhere in that ballpark. It's regulated. I can change the voltage 0 all the way up to 30. I can actually change the current rate, so I can actually change the amperage. Get it. Okay, because you've got to make sure that you've got a steady power supply whenever you're doing PCM tuning. Second thing, you need a blue connector. Again, you can buy them off Amazon or eBay. Go to your boneyards. They're out there floating around inside of these 99 to 07s. Get them. All you gotta do, be that guy. If everything else is chopped up, cut up, and somebody else has already butchered a harness, it's not worth anything anyways. Snag the blue connector. Snip, it's got all the pins. Pull out the ones that you don't need. There's a few in here that you do. I'll throw up a schematic here as soon as I'm done talking to show you how to wire this thing up. Remember my last boneyard trip? What did I grab? OBD ports. I knew this day was probably coming. Another build's coming. Boom. I've got extra OBD2 ports. Toggle switches. I have one for main power, so that way I have constant 12 volt going to the PCM at all times. You have to have that, and you also have to have an ignition on and off. That way you can cycle the key just like you would in the car. So whenever you program something, you have to do key cycles, but you have to keep power to it, okay? This is one of those little magnetic, doper boxes, what I call them, the hide-a-key things. You can get them at the gas stations. I see some guys that just run alligator clips and stuff. Go ahead, but it took me no time at all. Toggle switches, you probably got them laying around. They don't have to look pretty. So build yourself a bench harness. It takes no time at all. I'll stop the video. I'll throw up a schematic for a few seconds. Pause it if you need to. It is just a matter of a few wires. I got all my grounds together, all my powers together, another power jumping over to the 12 volt. Then it goes up to the OBD and or the blue connector. Takes no time at all. Check out the schematic. I have faith in you. You can pull it off. Check it out. All right, second thing, you need to be able to communicate with your PCM, okay? They have the Bluetooth dongles, which I've got here, okay? And then they also have some that you can connect in straight to USB, so that way you can work off of a laptop. Here's where I'm at. obdxpro.com. Go to the website. It's like 80 bucks. Yes, kind of pricey, but there's a reason why it's so pricey. They have actually designed this sucker around what we are doing. to actually communicate and read and write with the P59, the P01 PCMs. They've actually designed this to work exactly for that. Now you get added benefits. You can hook this up, Bluetooth it to your phone, and then you can run Torque. You can run OBD checker apps. You can do car diagnostics. You can do dashboards. You can do all that other fun stuff. So, and it works at a faster speed than you will like the OBD Link LXs and some of those. And the newer versions of OBD Link LX will not work for what we're doing. Go to obdxpro.com, order it. It's like $80. I got mine in about a week. Okay? Boom. All right. So, first thing you need power to everything. Second thing you need constant 12 volt going to your PCM at all time. Okay? Once it's rocking 12 volts at all time, you also need to turn your key on. Now my key's on. Now, I'm trying to do my best so that way you can see what's going on here. There's several programs that you can use that I have found. Man, that is not the clearest image. See what I can do. Number one is LS Droid. That's the one that pulled me into this deep dark hole here, is LS Droid. Pete Sontag, I believe his name is. He's the one that, if you will, made it easy to access the PCM and not have to go like the HP tuners route. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Okay, so once you get this baby opened up, go to like the LS Droid Facebook page. They've got I think a GitHub link or something like that to where you can download this. Windows is probably going to say, oh my God, it's a virus. It's not. Take that with a grain of salt. So what you will do... Ooh. Hold on. Okay. First, it says, I can't find it. COM3, connect. Boom. There we go. I don't have it Bluetoothed. I've got a USB cable running to it. The reason why I do that, the cable won't disconnect on accident. You know what I mean? And they designed this with a USB cable onto it. Why? So stupid doesn't happen. The OBD Link LX, it's just Bluetooth. Bluetooth disconnects every once in a while. If you're sitting right next to it, probably not. Am I going to chance that if I'm getting ready to write a PCM and if you lose power right in the middle of it, boom, you brick it. Now you're screwed. Now you got to try and bring it back to life. obdxpro.com. Can't talk high enough about it. So, LS Droid, here you see, as soon as it connected, bam, it tells me what kind of PCM I'm working with, P59. It tells me the operating system that's currently on it, a 9405, the VIN number that it came from, serial number, what voltage I'm working with. It tells me everything. Okay, so what is cool about LS Droid, you can go in here where it says read write PCM. If it lets me. It's not. Re-identify. And of course this isn't going to let me do it. I'll read PCM and save. There we go. So what you can do, go down here to the bottom, read PCM and save. This saves what is called your bin file. Okay? Your bin file is the operating system. It is the year, make, model, trans, motor, everything that makes the vehicle tick. Okay? As you can see, I have gotten several different bin files on here that I've collected because there's reasons for this, and we'll go through that here in a minute. So you're going to read it, click, hit save. It's going to do all its magic. I'm not going to bore you with all that. And then bam, it saves your bin file. Okay. Now, what LS Droid has done is they've actually collected a lot of these bin files for you. So let's say you want to start completely over. You can actually search by what you're looking for. Let's say we want to search by engine size. You're going to do a 5.3. Boom. These are all of the 5.3s that he has already saved. An 02, an 01, another 02, and several 04s. Okay? Now, the reason for this is you will see, well, wait a second, that's a 7603. Wait a second, that's a 7603. There's a 6960. These operating numbers come into play later down the road, okay, with LS Droid. Then, you can also do a lot of other things with LS Droid. You can go over to segment swap. Say that you've collected a lot of those bin files. They're all over the internet. Gearhead, EFI, different places. There's a lot of videos out there on how to find them. The LS Droid Facebook page. There's a tons of guys on there. Super big, helpful. Make sure to check them out. Anyways, what you can do is you can select your files that you want. Boom, select your second file, and if the operating systems are the same, but they have different properties, like let's say you want to change the transmissions from this file to this file, you're just going to go over, ticket, boom, make a new bin file. It's really that easy. So bam, now you just did a transmission swap. Okay. Another great thing that you can do with this is you can actually come in here and change your VIN number. Okay, so what would be nice about this is if your PCM in your truck, let's say like my daily, the crew cab, it goes haywire, it bricks, it gets wet. I don't care what it is, but I'm not looking to completely do an entire motor swap, trans swap, everything. My PCM's just toast. I can take one of these, open it up, I can change the VIN number. So now the VIN number with my body control module and the VIN number with the PCM match, that still works. Everything's fine. You can actually change your VIN number on here. Okay. There's lots of cool utilities on here. Make sure to check it out. LS Droid. This is for Windows. You can actually do an LS Droid version for your Android-based device as well. Okay. Your second one, pcmhammer. Kind of the same thing, if you will. Okay. Because what you can do with pcmhammer is you can, well, right up here, there's a lot of them. Okay, you can read the entire PCM, verify the PCM. You can change the VIN just like we did on LS Droid. pcmhammer seems to work just a little bit faster, if it will. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It just seems like it does. Like, bam. Just did the same thing. It's still running off the OBDX. Tells me my VIN, tells me my operating system, tells me all my goodies. Okay? It just runs, it seems to run a little bit faster than LS Droid in that sense. So it's good to have it on there. Now, you may ask, well, that's all well and good that you're checking out everything about the PCM. How do I change the VATS? How do I change the torque management? This is when you get in to tunerpro. Okay. As you can see, I've already got one opened up here. What you're going to do, you're going to go to File, open your bin, the bins that you have saved. The bin that we just pulled off of the PCM, I can have it on here, and I can pull it back up. The only problem I have with tunerpro is you have to have the same, what's called an XDF file. Okay, you'll see that 9623 XDF is open. you have to have an XDF file with tunerpro, because the XDF file is basically like it's reading the French and turning it into English. Like it's the XDF file makes the bin file readable to your eye. Otherwise, it's just ones and zeros and X's and O's, and it just looks completely crazy all the way down the screen. But if you have a matching XDF file, what that will do is it makes you be able to come in here to the parameters, and you can change your fuel calibrations. You can come in and change your fuel capacity. You can change the things that you want. You can change the map and the MAF, the cat ladder converters. You can change everything you need. There's tons of videos out there. I'm not going to get super long into it, but this is where you can change your VATS and stuff. But this is the problem that I have found whenever I started playing with this, is the XDF has to match the bin, okay? What I see a lot of guys doing on all these forums and stuff is screaming, oh my God, I need an XDF for this, I need an XDF for that, so on and so forth. The way I kind of explained, but the way I figured it out, work backwards. Find an XDF that you know that you want, know that it works. The Gearhead EFI, the LS Droid, different ones, they'll have XDFs that, you know, like the 7603, I think it is, like everybody and their brother uses that one because it works. We know that it works. So get the 7603, get a bin that matches, because you can change the bins on the PCMs. Don't think that just because this PCM, like here, has a 9405, it looks like, I don't have to stay with a 9405. I can find the XDF I want. I can change that to a 7603 and change the parameters that I need, and it'll be fine. But that's kind of a headache, if you will. It's extra steps. So let me show you what I found where you don't have to do that extra step. Okay, guys. So for individuals like me at this point in time in my life, if you're going to do cam swaps, if you're going to do data logging, if you're going to do all these things, at a minimum, you have to have tunerpro. If you're going to do data logging, cam swaps, all this other fun stuff, power adders, you name it, get HP tuners. That's a one-stop shop. Just do it. If you're like me and you're just wanting to turn VATS off, you want to tinker with the stock tune, they have something else that came out halfway recent and it works phenomenal. Okay? It's called Universal Patcher. There's a few websites out, or a few videos and stuff going along right now. Universal Patcher. So, what you'll do, you'll go into pcmhammer, LS Droid, pull your bin file. Okay? Once you pull your bin file, you'll come up here, File, Open bin. Sorry guys, it's not wanting to. Anyway, so as you'll see, I started tinkering with this one here. It's the exact same one. Come on, focus. Focus! You'll see. It's the exact same one. No, you can't see. This is just crazy. There it is! Okay, as you can see, this is the stock one right here. Look what's right above it. I didn't have to find an XDF. I didn't have to find anything. All I had to do was just pull my bin file, which is right here. Highlight it. Always save your original, no matter what. Bam. Open it up. Boom. I now have access to everything in the stock tune without searching high and low for the XDFs. Okay? So I can come up here to like filter, let's say DTCs. Display trouble codes. Man, I wish this was not so blurry. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I come back. Anyways, the DTCs. So what I can do is I can come in to the DTCs. I don't have to find an XDF. I don't have to find any of those things. Say I want to come down here to all the bank 2 sensors, all your rear O2s. I can come through here, and it does the exact same thing like tunerpro. You cycle over it. You tell it what you want it to do. Okay? Circuit malfunction, bank 2, sensor 1. Boom, not reported. Disable it. Come over here, turn off the mill light. And then you go through, you do that for every single one of those. Once you change them to where you want, it's automatically saved. No, maybe it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, then come over here to File, hit Save, boom. Okay? So once you change all the ones you want, turn off all your mills for all your rear O2s, your evap system, whatever you took off the truck, say you're doing a swap, you can come in here, clear out all the mills that you don't want, save it, done. But then you can come in here and let's say VTD, Vehicle Theft Deterrent System. You can come in here to the VTDs, click it, change your values, like right here is on, class 2 for this specific vehicle, or 1 is none. Boom, 1, don't want any VATS. File, save, exit. There you go. Change your VATS, turn your VATS off. You can change your fuel parameters. You can go in there and play with torque management. You can do everything on the factory tune. Change the parameters that you want, take off the emission stuff that you need to, whatever. Then all you got to do is go back over here, File, Save bin as, and then you can save your bin as what you want, like this one up here. I have the exact same one right above it where I've taken the VATS off. And then like down here, I have a 534L60 Tahoe I've been playing with. Turned off the VATS, turned the power enrichment at 75. I'm just making my own notes here. No VATS, PE 75. So as soon as the pedal hits 75% throttle, power enrichment will kick in. This is super easy. And guys, all of these programs, there we go. All of these programs are free. Okay, go out there and snatch them up because, no, do not save any files. Because you know how the world works. Sooner or later, somebody's probably going to get mad and take them off the internet or God knows what. I don't know. LS Droid, tunerpro, pcmhammer, the one that I just started playing with that I absolutely love, Universal Patcher. These are all free softwares. Guys are doing these on their spare time. I cannot thank them enough personally for making this easily accessible to people without having to spend hundreds of dollars. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're going to be doing cam swaps, if you're going to be doing, power adders and everything else, get HP tuners. You're going to need it. It's a one-stop shop. It's got everything you need. You can do all of your tabling. You can do all your air fuel, the whole 9 yards, whatever it is. Just do it. But if you're like me, just starting out, this cost me $80. And that's for the Bluetooth dongle. I've been playing with that with all my daily drivers, my wife's van, my crew cab. It's great. It's a great tool. I mean, you can literally keep that thing in the console of your car. Your buddy says, "Oh man, my check engine light turned on." Boom, you can stick it on there. Pull up an Android app, an Apple app. You can tell them what their check engine light is right there on the spot. Okay? So that's what I've been playing with. The weather's finally getting ready to break. Hopefully I'll be out soon. Get you guys some more content on the C10. And get you a nice walk around. I've had a lot of questions about different things that how I made it work with the C10. Fueling things and motor mounts and so forth. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of an in-depth video for you guys, but this is what I've been playing with while the weather was still crappy. So I'm telling you, it's tons of fun. Super cool to play with. I grabbed a couple junkyard PCMs. That's what those are over there. Don't start playing around with the only one. Like my crew cab, I'm not going to pull a PCM on that one until I know exactly what I'm doing. Because what you can do with LS Droid is I can pull the PCM from my crew cab, clone it, stick it on one of those, and then I can play with that one. Okay? And then if that one gets bricked, messed up, won't run the truck properly, I've still got my original that I never touched, you know? So that's what I've been playing with, guys. Just wanted to get you guys some content, show you what I've been playing with. Obviously, if you have any questions, I will try and answer them. I just started playing with this stuff, guys. So I'll try and answer it if I can. Can't guarantee it. Okay, so there it is in a nutshell. What I didn't say is that after you write your bin file, after you go into tunerpro, save the parameters that you want. Or say you go to the universal patcher, save the parameters that you want. VATS off, O2's off, whatever the circumstance is. Save the bin file. Then you have to go back to pcmhammer or LS Droid and write that new bin file onto the computer. Or onto the PCM. I didn't explain that in that last video, but I'm trying. This is all new. I seriously just started playing with this days ago, trying to figure it out. I think I got it figured out. I don't know yet. We'll see. But, guys, pick it up. This is super fun to play with. You can actually go in there, start dabbling, start changing a few things. Say you want to turn VATS off just to get your car running. That's all you want. You got your 5.3 swap in your truck or your G body or something, and boom! I just want to hear this thing run. Pull the PCM, get your bench harness, turn the VATS off. Don't touch nothing else. Bam! Get it to turn on. Before I go, I want to say I've hit well over 200 subscribers. I'm well over 31,000 views collectively. I am so thankful. I didn't know anybody would be watching. This is fun. This is fun. On my spare time, I can't get you a video every Friday or nothing like that. But it's a lot of fun for me to know that you guys are out there watching what I'm doing. I'm having fun with it. I mean, this is what I do on my spare time. I'm glad to share it with you. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. That it's keeping me motivated. It really is. I never thought I'd throw that pitch out at the end of my video, but I am. You know, like and subscribe. It's really keeping me motivated. Anything that I learn, I will surely pass it on. I want to get out there and try and get you guys some more videos and stuff with the C10, tearing it up, having fun. I mean, it's a great running truck. I'll get you that walk around here soon. And we also might have something else coming into the stable here soon. Stay tuned. Just saying. Found something. Might have to pick it up. Stay tuned. Make sure to check back. Thank you very much. You guys be safe out there. See you next time. Max Boneyard Builds.